2024 is upon us with a packed schedule of football with the FA Cup, AFCON and, of course, Premier League action. So why not beat the January Blues and watch every game with the atmosphere it deserves down at your local Green King pub?
Don't settle for a dodgy stream. If it is on the telly, it's bound to be on at your local Green King Sports pub on some of their huge HD screens. If you download the Green King Sports app, you'll also receive 10% off every single drink whenever there's a game on. Now, the venue offers a range of low and non-alcoholic drinks too. So if you're like me, you're doing dry January, trying to fight the urges, doesn't mean you have to settle. So yeah, make sure you get yourself down to Green King this January to enjoy a range of sports and also a range of alcoholic options, whether that be alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Hello and welcome back to the Talking Moors podcast. I am your host, Matt Cooper, and today we have another regular back alongside us in the shape of Jordan Russell. I'll come to you first, mate. People have missed you. People have said you weren't reliable, but this is putting it in their pipe and smoking it. How are you, son?
Yeah, I'm good. And I want to first of all apologise to you guys, and then secondly apologise to the audience, or at least the people on YouTube who have basically been commenting about it. It's nice to know that you want it because I don't get a lot of that really, so it's nice, to feel like that. But I think it's just life admin and stuff. Like, you can tell I'm doing it from a different location today as well. So I'm away with work in Copenhagen, but I brought all my recording stuff with me. So I wanted to be on this podcast tonight. And just life admin, new job, wedding's coming up very soon as well. It's just, it's been one of those. And I've been ill as well. So I promise you, everyone listening, that I'll be more reliable. I do miss it when I'm not on here. So, I do apologise.
Jordan Russell coming in from Copenhagen there. Always good to speak to Jord. We'll hopefully see him on next week's pod.
See you later, lads.
Commitment, mate. Commitment coming in from Copenhagen. They're on a scouting mission?
Well, work-wise, I'm out here for sales kick-off, but say scouting mission. I've actually managed today to get tickets for Copenhagen, Man City in a few weeks in the Champions League. So...
you got to look at Bargy, mate.
Rudy. Is it Rudy?
Rooney Bargy in it. Yeah. So, our work have got some contacts at the club, and I feel quite guilty because it's like the biggest game in the history, or certainly like in the last 20, 30 years. And then Numbnuts from Wolverhampton's gone and got a ticket. So, I'm taking it from one of the, from one of the loyal fans, but I won't feel too guilty when I'm watching it. So,
you won't until you see a Copenhagen fan in the Smedley end on the 28th.
Absolutely.
Of course, we join alongside Dave as a party. Dave, how are you feeling, mate? After a very chilly one last night at Molineux, have you managed to warm yourself back up again?
Yeah, I was all right, to be fair. My brother was like, "It's really cold." Got the long johns on, mate, and I was sound. I was up and away, so I enjoyed it. It was a bit of a drag in the end, wasn't it? But to get through, I always felt, obviously we'll talk about that, felt like we were in control. So yeah, happy, and obviously it sets up a tasty day, baby. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm nervous, man. I'm so nervous.
I think they'll probably do us, to be honest, but it's just good to get there, innit? So
we'll talk about that a little bit after we have talking about the Brentford game. But Brentford had a couple of players coming back in, Ben Mee, Christopher Ayer. I thought they looked a little bit more solid at the back in compared to previous weeks. But for Wolves, Joe Hodge straight in from the start, Lamina back on the bench, Santiago Bueno given another run in the team, I thought did quite well. But Jord, let's start with Hodge's impact. Coming in from the cold a little bit. I'd come in for a little bit of a stick actually this week from Wolves fans for simply not being Mario Lamina. But how did you think? Oh, you haven't really watched the game, have you? So I'll get to Dave.
No, but I'm happy to talk about it though. I feel like I can talk about Hodge just briefly. Like I say, I've managed to watch 5-minute highlights of the game last night, which is unfortunate, but not been able to get it out over here.
They couldn't post it until midday.
Oh, no, mate, I've literally watched it about an hour ago. It's been nuts. Now I feel like some of the stick Hodge got was quite uncalled for, really. And look, I'm not a big fan of Hodge. I'm not in a way that I'd go online and start saying all this stuff, because he's certainly not a bad footballer. I just don't feel like if Joe Hodge is playing regularly for you in the Premier League, I feel like you'd be struggling as a Premier League side. And I'm trying to be very diplomatic with that. I just feel like he's very. I think he's solid. I think he's not flash. I think he's a good footballer. I just don't think he's. I don't know. Like there's, I think there's a level, and I feel like he'll probably have a. I feel like he'll probably have the majority of his career in the Championship. That's just my honest opinion. So, I mean, the fact that he's coming from the cold, he's got his first start of the season. I want to say that is as well. I think because he's been out injured, hasn't he? And
no, he played in the. I think he played in the Blackpool game.
Did he?
I think
he didn't start. He didn't start. It's his first start of the season.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So I think. Look, I mean, the only reason why he got pelters or got that stick before the game is because, let's be honest with you, like we've been baying for West Brom blood for years and years and years, and that's the only reason. If we were playing Brentford last night and we had a replay, the fourth rounds against, I don't know, Reading away, that no one would give a bat an eyelid or care, couldn't give a shit really if Joe Hodge played. So I do think it's a bit uncalled for and unjust because I don't think he's ever let us down either. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's never really let Wolves down. I think he's a solid player. I think he's a solid pro. And yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like social media, like, I just think it was the hype of the Albion game where people, like, we were all shitting ourselves. None of us wanted to lose that game last night. It's probably the most anticipated third round replay in quite possibly ever for Wolves. So I think he just got a bit of flack unnecessarily just because fans were just like, desperate to play the Albion. That's all it was.
He did start, Matt. Sorry. He did start that Carabao Cup game. Sorry.
Yeah. To be honest, Dave, he looked off the pace for me a little bit. He looked like he was a bit of a hot potato when he got the ball, a little bit sloppy, but it's a big ask for him to come in, especially when you fill in the boots of either Lamina or Gomez, who on the whole this season, especially Lamina, has been fantastic. But it was, he got hooked after, 65, 70 minutes maybe?
Well, the thing with Joe Hodge is that not just that he's been out of the team, but he's been injured himself. He's had quite a long-term injury. So I think the plan for him was always, try and sort of get him some more minutes again in the 21s and then ultimately loan him out. But for one reason or another, obviously Boubacar's gone to AFCON. Yao Gomez suspended. Lamina, obviously unforeseen circumstances really with him. So I sort of kept trying to tell myself that Neto would start and Bellegarde would be central midfield. But I think Jord's right, really. I think no one would care who started and, if it wasn't West Brom in the next round. I think everyone just wanted the strongest team possible out. To give us the best chance of qualifying. And ultimately, we did it in the end. I agree with your points. I think he was off the pace a little bit. I don't think he's strong enough to be a member currently of this Wolves squad. The one thing that I did see, though, obviously, pre-match was that him and Tommy Doyle would have played together for the Manchester City youth setup. So I thought in that there is going to be that little bit of chemistry in there. But I do feel Wolves at times lack that little bit of a presence, little bit of steel in the midfield, which, all of a sudden came to light when the likes of Lamina came onto the pitch.
Sorry, just took a sip of my tea there, an unfortunate timing. The start of the game, Dave, probably couldn't have been summed up any more Wolves. Like you said, the big blue and white carrot dangle for the winner of the match, only for a Nathan Collins to open the scoring.
Yeah, especially with how gash he was before Christmas, just after Christmas against us as well. But it was I think Gary O'Neill said it. I would have been, I am disappointed with both goals that we conceded. Like I said at the start of the pod, I felt like Wolves had a really good grip on the match, and really shouldn't have been as difficult as it was, in my opinion. I think with better personnel on the pitch, you probably wouldn't have had those issues. But yeah, typical for Collins to score. Fair play to him. He didn't celebrate.
I bet he wish he had now.
Yeah, and then there was a few jeers, and then it was right at the start of the second half. He took a throw in by the South Bank. And there was probably a group of about 30, 40 people started booing him, and he just like shrugged his arms. He's like, what are you booing me for? And then he started applauding everyone, like, sarcastically. So I think he knows, and I hope he appreciates that, there is only a small, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, I love him, what a player, but
Jord will.
Yeah. But on the same note, I don't think, he didn't do anything wrong and didn't do anything to, deserve to be booed. So fair play for him not obviously celebrating, but yeah, that is typical Wolves, isn't it?
Yeah, and to be fair, like I don't I don't mind booing him because for 90 minutes is the opposition. Give him a round of applause at the end. But he's done a couple of interviews since where he said, "Like, I didn't really want to leave." So he probably feels a little bit aggrieved as to why he's getting stick. He does seem quite a nice lad, but I don't really want my centre back to be quite a nice lad. But in talking of other centre backs, though, Dave, I did think that Santiago Bueno had another good game.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people mention he maybe is their man of the match, and I think we've got a very capable centre half there to come in when needed. I think it's going to be feels like it might be quite harsh on him unless Dawson's not 100% ready, because I think Gary O'Neill will probably revert straight back to the tried and tested back three of Kilman, Dawson and Totti. But I think Bueno's shown more than enough, even if it's just to keep his place during the FA Cup games, that he deserves to be playing first team football. And maybe, obviously we don't want to sort of, I don't know what the right phrase is, but don't want to sort of cut Dawson's time short at the club. But obviously, he's not getting any younger, so I think Bueno's pretty much a ready-made replacement for him. A little bit slow at times, but an absolute tank, at the back, and I think adds a bit more presence going forward as well.
The way he runs reminds me of Cody a little bit.
I know what you mean, yeah.
He's running action, like really flat-footed.
Yeah. No, but he's a good player, and I'm happy that he's getting more game time and more recognition now, because a lot of people wrote him off almost straight away after that Ipswich game. But yeah, he's really kicked on now a little bit.
Yeah. To be fair, they did limit Brentford to not a whole host of chances. No, they hit the post in the second half, or was that added time?
Added time, I think.
Yeah, put the pressure on towards the end, but I think they did relatively well. One person I do want to talk about though, lads, is Mateus Cunha. Still not quite as good as Jota, as we've previously discussed, but I feel like I'm ready to have the conversation because you can just tell he's just a different class to anyone else on the pitch. Whether he's coming deep, coming short, he picks the ball, goes past 3 or 4 players. And Dave, I think if we had another couple of players on his wavelength last night, then he probably could have had more. But that ball in for Semedo as well, he's not an easy ball to execute.
Yeah, I saw someone on Twitter say he had a poor game as well, and I was like, we watched the same football match. He's like, yeah, he goes, I can't believe someone could have such a poor game and score a goal and get an assist. And I thought, and it's not just last night. I think it's like continuously now, and you've seen how his form's picked up. I think, what was it, 10 or 11 goal contributions now in as many games. Like, his form is really, really picked up.
And the Semedo one wouldn't be a goal contribution either, would it? Because it's parried off.
Classed as an assist. I think that's still classed as an assist.
No, it won't. Well, if you're playing FPL, it wouldn't be, because it's like the keeper saved it and come back out on it. But yeah, I know what you mean. Technically, he still is.
I don't know on paper if he did go down as one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like you said, great ball. But you've seen Wolves do that a lot more now. Like, they're almost picking the right times. Like yesterday at times, I was frustrated that we weren't getting the ball in the box, but then I'm actually looking in the box and no one's in there. But then you flick back to the league game against Brentford, where Sarabi knows the exact time when to cross it, and Lemina's there. And we there was another instance as well where we crossed it in quite early. That's quite an early cross. But for Semedo as well, who sometimes when crosses come in defensively, he doesn't know what to do. But thankfully there, in that instance, I thought he had a great game as well, Semedo, last night. And it's good for him to get on the score sheet because it's quite rare. But yeah, the good thing about him, when a game's flat or whatever, he can grab a game by the scruff of the neck and just drive forward. And he was unlucky not to get the assist for Fraser's second chance as well. He did get an assist in the end though. The Fraser goal, Fraser. So goal and assist still. But yeah, he could have easily had another 1 or 2 assists throughout the game. I thought he was really, really good.
That run from Semedo, Jord. I know Doherty's back in the team. Do you reckon he's been having a couple of chats about his previous form in a Wolves shirt? Because that was Doherty-esque, wasn't it?
It was very Doherty-esque, yeah. And I feel like that's the only thing that's missing from Semedo's game, isn't it? And we know that anyway. And I think that's why he gets berated a little bit on certain sections of the fan base still. And I think the reason for that is the fee that we paid for him, or at least the fee on paper that we paid for him. You'd expect more of an output. And the game, like I think everything he does defensively, he's brilliant. I think the stats show he's one of the best fullbacks in the league in terms of dribbles, tackles, interceptions. It's just that it's the goals and assist tally. He's not up there. But yeah, he arrived really late. And yeah, I mean, I think he's unlucky with the first attempt. Really, the goalkeeper saved it, but he's bundled that to him. He's made his own luck a little bit, and he's only got that bit of luck because he's made that run in the first place. And yeah, I'm really happy for him. I think he's comfortably one of our best players this season. He's definitely in the top three. I think he's picking a player of the season right now, and we're lucky to have him. And I really hope that we can tie him down for another contract. So I think we exercised the 12 months in the summer, didn't we? I think so. I think we've got him for, is it till 25 now? I think the summer of 25.
Yeah, 2 years, yeah. Well, another year.
So I'd really like to think get to the summer, and the club really try and nail him down for another contract, because I think he's worth every penny for me anyway. And I feel like we do extremely well. I think you get rid of Semedo, we'd struggle to get any sort of upgrade on Semedo.
I don't think they'll offer him a new deal personally, just because of how
much. I think they'll end up cashing in on him as well, because I'll look at alternatives, and even if you're losing a little bit, we can get a good fee for Semedo, and it'll help with the FFP position and buying more players moving forward.
Well, I mean, gloss over the other goals and whatnot, and I feel that Wolves were a little bit poor for Maupay's goal, marginally onside. But let's talk about the introduction of Nathan Fraser, Dave. Back from injury. I know a lot of clubs, especially Shrewsbury, are keen on taking him. Gary O'Neill seems to like him, and to be honest, mate, looking at him last night, I was extremely impressed. Never mind the goal, but it's his all-round play. He looks like a seasoned pro in terms of his build-up play. He can hold players off. He can bring players in.
Yeah, I think 18 years of age, and to have the impact that he had on that game, and he could have so easily won it. But I think again, Cunha, great work, but the finish for his goal, Fraser, was fantastic. I said on the review, it was almost. It's something you'd expect, almost like Steve Ball to be burying the way that the type of effort, and hard and low, and really, really tidy finish. Didn't snatch it. Neither of the chances did he snatch it. He absolutely bang on. And then the second chance just moments later, where again, Cunha, great work to play it into him. And I know he didn't score, but I think the way he opened up his body as well, he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's so unlucky not to put that away. It was a great save, a great block by Brentford in the end. But you're right, his hold up play, the way his work rate off the ball. I still think, obviously, as such a young player, it may be beneficial if Wolves get another striker. I think it's going to be beneficial for him to get a loan move. But I think this pre-season coming up could be massive for him, because if he does stick around with the first team, he gets into pre-season and I think bulks up just a little bit more, because he's a good height for a forward as well, but bulks up a little bit more, finds out what he can do physically a little bit more. And I think he could be a very, very good player for Wolves. But sometimes he's had 3 games, I think, for Wolves, 2 goals, 1 assist within those 3 games. I think he's only had just over 100 minutes. These are the type of things that happen. Like Rashford at United. Yeah, he was doing all right, but got chucked in at the deep end, kicked on, and he's never looked back, really. And there's loads of examples of that. So if he can, give him some opportunities in the Premier League, and who knows? I've seen some people maybe saying starting from the start against West Brom, but keep him in and around that squad until the end of Jan, and give him chances and see what he does. But if he can bury chances like that with a little bit of space, then he's a really, really good player to have around.
Jord, if they did bring another striker in, would you still want to keep him at the club, or would you be happy for him to go out on loan?
It's tough, isn't it? Because I feel like you'd only let him go out on loan if there was some sort of guarantees on his minutes and what he's doing. I think
he'd play for those teams, though, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think he would. I think he could play for a lot of championship sides as well, or at least get some game time there. Anytime I've watched him, I've been really, really impressed with him. And again, I don't have the time to watch all these 23 games, but what I see of him, I really like. I think he's a very big, imposing striker, and he does hold the ball extremely well for a lad that age. And Dave, I think you hit the nail on the head, really, there. Like, it happens sometimes with these youngsters where it's almost like the acid test, and you almost just chuck them in at the deep end and see if they sink or swim. And a lot of them do sink, but you do see like your Rashfords, like dare I say, like your Rooney's, Evan Ferguson, like they're playing very young, and don't get me wrong, that Rooney's world class, but who knows with Fraser? Like I feel like he's got all the characteristics of a very, very good footballer and a very good striker. And I feel though, even at this age, right, I still feel then something we've got to look at what we've done so far in this season, especially. I feel like the loan deals we've had for the youngsters have been really poor. A lot of them have been recalled, haven't been getting minutes and stuff. And I feel like a loan move for Fraser to go Shrewsbury, yes, he might be playing every minute of every game, but we're also learning they're a struggling side at the moment. They're not doing very well in League One, and not saying that it's still better for him to be playing than not getting 90 minutes every game. But also it could set him backwards as well if he's playing in a poor side, and he might almost be better sitting around the first team, and that's what Pep's done as well with a lot of these youngsters. Like you've your Fodens, your Cole Palmers. He reluctantly let him go. Oscar Bob. There's a whole host of names of these young players. Like no, they're staying put. Rico Lewis and they're staying put. Like I want him around it, and he can only improve by playing with these sort of players day in, day out at training as well at Compton. And for me, I mean, yes, I would like a body through the door, another striker, but the minutes that Sasa and Fabio were getting before, what we saw before the window opened, and you got a Hwang when he's back from at the Asia game, should I say, Cunha. Why not have Fraser to come on for 5? I'd rather have Fraser coming on for 5-10 minutes at the end of a game than spending £6 million on Che Adams, for example, or getting Danny Ings on loan and paying 120 grand a week for him to do that. Like, we're not really benefiting anything from that, especially if we're loaning a player. Like, let's develop Fraser, in my opinion.
I was going to say, and I think, and this isn't, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way to Sasha Kalajdzic, but I would have more, and this probably sounds really stupid, with 10 minutes to go, if I needed a goal, obviously I know Sasha, if you give him the ball in and around the box, he'd probably take it. But I think overall game-wise, Nathan Fraser would probably offer more than Sasha would, because I think he can get about a little bit more. And I think, his mobility in and around, the final third would probably favour Wolves with how we play. But if you're playing on the counter-attack, Sasha's just, like I said, in and around the box, get the ball to his feet or right on his head, and he'll probably do something with it. But I think Nathan Fraser is a little bit more complete than that. Obviously, still young, very raw. But I would probably still rather have him around than I would Sasha. And it probably does sound stupid to some people. I genuinely think that would be the case.
Would you rather have Nathan Fraser or Fabio Silva?
Well, that's just a different... Oh, mate, you know what as well? No, listen. I've seen some mad takes on that today. Someone was like, Nathan Fraser's done more in one night than Fabio Silva ever did in his Wolves career. I was like, okay. I didn't bite, but I think someone tagged me in it as well. I know someone DM'd it me. I was like, I'm not going to bite.
What are your thoughts on that? Because
Fabio Silva scored twice against West Brom. Must we not forget?
Didn't win either game, by the way.
Yeah.
Not that it's fault, but we didn't win either game.
Yeah. Put that in the trophy cabinet. No, I think that's very, very harsh on Fabio. Very, very harsh.
Would you like to tell the listeners your little party message for Fabio that he sent you?
Off. Oh, I knew you'd bring this up, man.
Come on, Dave. Tell the listeners.
I can't even remember what I said.
we were pissing ourselves in the group chat.
I don't know what I sent it to.
I don't know what you sent to us because
basically, he messaged us. He messaged me when we went to Belgium to watch him. Not out. I messaged him, and then he replied. So I've obviously got open DMs with him, and I said, "Best of luck at Rangers, Fabio. I'm sure you'll score plenty of goals. All the best." He put thanks, and then the sort of high five emoji.
Oh God!
Yeah. You know the Eminem video for Stan? That's going to be Dave in the basement. Hey, Fabio, you never ripped me back.
He did though. He replied.
He did send the plane. Yeah.
That's so cute. Though.
Let's be honest with you though. There's only at the moment. There's only one bloke who's playing Montrose on a Tuesday night, and it ain't Nathan Fraser.
Exactly. So who's the real winner?
Yeah. Your fella,
Nathan Fraser.
Loan spell.
Also, something as well that I would say, and again, I like Fabio. I hope it does work out. But I'm saying all in jest, but I've never seen Nathan Fraser apologise to a centre half,
or hug them after a tackle.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Luke Wolfenden. I'm really sorry.
Jord, stop it, because you're gonna upset Dave.
I've never seen Nathan Fraser cry at the full-time whistle.
You ever seen Nathan Fraser give a penalty away in the 95th minute? I did see Rangers fans basically writing.
Mate, he played 45 minutes in a friendly match and wrote him off.
Dave went into bat on Twitter for him.
Yeah.
Run of games and time is all he needs. But before we move on to the fourth round draw, Dave, penalty for you. I was at the North Bank and it didn't look like a penalty to me.
I couldn't tell from the South Bank, and I still can't really tell from the video replay, to be honest. Obviously, Neto looks like he's thrown himself down. I'd assume by the reaction of the Brentford players, they weren't too happy about it. I'm more impressed with Nelson Semedo bodying that bloke that started on Neto. I don't know if you've seen that on the highlights.
Yeah. I was checking for violent conduct. I thought Neto had dropped the nut on him because I looked over and the bloke was rolling around.
Yeah. So, but I couldn't tell. I mean, great penalty by Cunha. Like, I watched the training video before. I think it was yesterday before the game, and he took a really good penalty in the training as well. And that was another thing I was going to add earlier. Like Nathan Fraser was on the winning team a lot as well, but like mingling with the Cunhas and so on. So I think that's probably helped. But yeah, good penalty. But honestly, I can't tell from the replays and that the footage they've released. I know it's like limited highlights, but the footage that Wolves have been allowed to release is dire, really, and there's not many highlights and alternative angles of anything. So
I wonder why that is, though.
I think it's just that. I just think it's that. It must just be that it's either the FA or Emirates themselves. They've got like complete like media rights or copyright. They must have some sort of.
But they've not released the highlights themselves. I don't think
it's what
the FA. Well, that didn't they? I thought Wolves. Yeah, I think it was after a certain.
Well, yeah, some of them were out last night, but the Wolves ones were, and that's I think our reaction did so well on YouTube because when you search Brentford Wolves, our video, like my video, come up at the top. So I woke up this morning, I had like 15,000 views. I was like, sound.
I tried to look this morning, and I looked like Wolves 3, Brentford 2 highlights, and I put it on. It was fucking. FIFA. When you're walking out the tunnel like with like FIFA
25. Did you see? My mate messaged me. He goes, "It's not on anywhere. I can't find it." He goes, "I've just found it. Sky Sports New Zealand." He put it on. It was the original third round tie, just a replay.
I put it on, and Mateus Cunha's hitting the griddy. Like, pretty sure that didn't happen.
In an Atletico Madrid kit still. Yeah.
Oh well, the fourth round tie is, of course, against West Bromwich Albion at the Hawthorns on Sunday, 28th. Is it 28th?
I think so.
11:45 kickoff. I think we should discuss that a little bit before we go on to the Brighton game. But Jord, a bit disappointing that we've only got the 4,000 allocation. Aldershot had 5,700 in the cup. We've only got 4,000. We'll still have the whole of the Smedic end, but down the left-hand side, down the right-hand side, and in front there will be banners. But I just think it's a bit disappointing. You've picked an early kick-off, West Midlands Police. Surely you can allow another 1,700 fans.
Yeah, and I think I spoke to a few of my mates, Albion mates, over the last couple of days, and more so this morning actually about it. I don't think it's the club. I genuinely think West Midlands Police have basically shit in the pants about what could go off. I mean, it's been 12 years since there's been a derby in front of fans, and I think there's that much anticipation and. It's just sort of it's been bubbling for a while, and like from a Wolves fan perspective, the fact that we lost them in COVID at Molineux, like I've said it many times, if that game would have been in front of a full house at Molineux, I don't think the players would have got out alive losing to that Albion team that day, the strength of the squad. So I just feel like it's just amping up, and I just feel like there's gonna. Well, I think the police just think it's gonna be like Gaza. Come Sunday morning.
I think it will go off though because I mean
it will definitely.
It doesn't bother me. I think it's a bit pathetic, but
it is. But it will go off.
Yeah, and moving the kick-off time to 11:45 will just mean that the pubs open at 5:45. It doesn't really fix anything, does it?
No, because again, like I'd imagine that there'll be plenty of pubs in and around Wolverhampton city centre they'll be applying for like a extended license or an early license to about, because I'm not being funny, like again, like everyone's so like so the anticipation for this game is so big that people will be on it. If you're going to the game, you're not going to the game, the people will be fucking pissed up by 9:30. I mean, tucking into an all-day breakfast. You know what I mean? It will be like one. It will be mad,
mate.
Say again.
Well,
Yeah,
I know.
I'm staying out,
From the night before.
I'm going pop
Yeah, but
pop
he's
World
like-
till 4, Gorgeous till 6, Weatherspoon's breakfast, mate. We'll see where it takes me.
top shagger, and then he's going to go to get on the metro straight to your falls.
Cinderella's, yeah. Cinderella's till 8.
No, I think it's pure. Look, I don't think it's Albion. I don't think it's the West Brom that are doing it. I do generally think it's the police, and I feel like if they're shitting themselves this much out in 11:45 on a Sunday kickoff, if there's a replay, it's obviously going to be midweek, 7:45, 8 o'clock kickoff. I've got no idea if they're shitting themselves about an 11:45 kickoff on a Sunday. I've got no idea how they cope with a replay. In the dark.
Replay nasty, man.
Yeah, this is what the cup's all about, though, isn't it? Like lesser teams drawing a big Premier League team for gate receipts. When people say they want to scrap the FA Cup, I point them to ties like this and say, clubs need the money, and to be able to get a full stadium for first time in years, it's obviously. I do jest, but ticket prices from Albion, £20 adults,
I rate that to be
quality
fair.
man.
They could have ripped us off because they know they would have sold them all as well.
Yeah, credit where it's due. I think it's very reasonable.
It's very good.
Yeah, but
I think if the tickets were, if the tickets were £100, if the tickets hypothetically were £100 a ticket, it would still sell out.
Yeah,
I think it would.
It really would.
I've seen Dave today that the points have come out for the loyalty points for the staggered. So gold and silver away season ticket holders get first dibs. I think tomorrow at 9. So Thursday at 9, and then it goes from 1,050 points, which is very low. That's what 5 away games or 5 games could be cup or away
or friendly, yeah.
Which for an allocation of 4,000, Dave and I saw that because I think we've got like about 1,140, 50. I think I've got. And I looked at that and I thought, oh shit, it's going to be a free for all. But the club have said via, I think it's the fan services, that there's less than 4,000 people who have got either a gold season ticket, a silver season ticket, and on 1,050 points. So anyone within that is as long as I get the ticket before 9 o'clock on Saturday, maybe
12, because it goes down to 10:40 at 12 on Friday.
Oh, okay.
And we'll have to get ours Friday morning. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be able to get a ticket. But Dave, how many people have you had message asking you?
Someone, as I said, you guys. I had someone. I had a guy message me today. Dave, you know what I'm going to say. That's all he put. I was like, all right, Sam, there's one. Someone messaged me straight away yesterday after the game on Instagram. Someone asked me about getting him and his son one. And I was like, fucking hell, like, you know, I'm scared about getting myself one, let alone everyone else.
It made me laugh because what he said is a child, but don't mind paying adults' prices. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
But, you know.
I'll consider that for you, mate.
So, yeah. But I don't mean this in a disrespectful way to anyone, but if I did see one spare ticket come up, the chances are that I've got a list of about 5 or 6 people a lot closer to me than I would people DMing me on Twitter. Obviously, Jord, you know, you'd want one. My brother, my dad would probably come. Matt, you would be the same with family. So it's, you know, I can try my best to help people, but I ain't that good.
I'm the same. I mean, if I had a spare ticket, it'd be going straight on Viagogo. Realistically, and if anyone's listening from the club, I would never sell a ticket. But realistically, what would you? And I know we spoke about this for the Arsenal game, tail end of last game of season, when it looked like they couldn't
sold
the title. This is obviously a much bigger game for Wolves. How much would you be happy to be received to part way with a ticket? I was having this conversation with the missus last night, and I said probably like 15 grand.
What?
I could not part way with it,
Mate, I could for about £1,000. Someone could have mine for
really.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Priceless for me.
Ellie on the box, mate. Someone give me
especially
a
if you go
grand.
there and win, which is unlikely.
So I get a grand and then it goes to a replay. Who's the real winner? No, but mate, fucking 15 grand. Someone offered you a grand right now, cash. You'd say no.
No, wouldn't say no. I'm sorry, I would not
You would
accept.
say, yeah. I
It wouldn't even cross my mind to accept.
I think I'd take a grand.
How about you, Jord? I know you probably won't be able to get a ticket, will you?
But so I've got a very outside chance. So one of my mates is a gold season ticket holder, and he might not be able to go. So I might be lucky.
Don't say his name because people will be like,
"No, I'm not saying shit." Yeah.
Do we know him or not?
Shit. No,
it's Finn Morris. If anyone at the club's wondering who he is,
Finn Morris, Paul Morris. Yeah, they're all saying
843 supporters.
No, I think honestly, like I feel like for me personally, I'm gonna put a price out here now. I'm gonna get 10 bastards say, "Come on, then write the check." Now I reckon I'd pay 200, 250. I think.
Yeah, but if you had one, what would you sell it for?
I'm the same as Matt. Like I feel like it's gold. Like I feel like a grand's not going to change your life, is it in any way? And that's not me being. That's not no. But that's what I'm saying. That makes me sound like being a. That makes me sound like being a like a wanker now. But yeah, it's not like if it was like 5, 6, 7 grand, I'd be like, yeah, go on, Yeah, but I'd want 5, 6, 7 grand to have to watch Eni Aluko on ITV dissect the game as well. You know what I mean?
She's fled the country. Say that,
actually. She's fucking fled the country. I shouldn't say that. Yeah,
we got Joey Barn.
Yeah, she'll be back, mate. Yeah. No, I think it's a once in a lifetime. Like, but you never know when we're going to play him again, do you? Like, I mean, for me, I'm always an advocate of I want to be in the same league as them, whether it's the Premier League, we're in the chat. Like, I feel like it's good, and I love the banter around. I don't like the 90 minutes, and I certainly don't like it when we don't fucking win.
I can't do the 90.
But like, it's just I just love it. Like, and it's the bragging rights, isn't it? So yeah, but I'm the same as Matt. Like, and that, like, I feel like it'd have to be north of 3-4 grand, I'd say.
I just think
it's bad.
I would also like them back in the league, and I've got a lot of mates who are Albion. My mom's Albion, but for me, it's more the fact that it's a cup game, and you're getting a bigger allocation, and if you're a neutral, we're a favourite going into it. So I wouldn't want to miss out on that because I mean the last time Wolves won at the Hawthorns was the year I was born, 96, or 27 years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say you and Robert's hat-trick, wasn't it? 4-2.
Yeah. Jord was starting his apprenticeship then. Wolfie.
I do actually. I was 5. I vividly remember it because I had that white and green kit. It was one of my first kits.
Did you?
So.
But I've written it in my BBC article for this week that Wolves could win the quadruple and Albion could be playing in the National League and they'd still beat us home and away. It's just the way it is. And and I'm not just saying this to tempt fate, but in my head, I feel like they're going to beat us. That 90 minutes is going to be hell. Like my anxiety has already started.
We need an early goal, man. That's what we need.
We do. Yeah, 100%. Like we just need to settle it down.
Go on,
Matt. Dave, sorry. No. You say it because I'm getting it up again. Just so
I was going to say I'm more interested to see from the Wolves team who steps up, really soaks in. I think Cunha's, I think I mentioned this last week. Cunha's one for sure. Lamina, I think. It's a shame. Obviously, we'll have a couple of lads missing, but I am looking forward to it. Unless someone offers me a grand, I won't be there.
You know what? No, someone will offer you it.
Yeah, someone will. No, I guarantee if you said my price is a grand, you'll get at least 5 DMs. Okay. People genuinely being serious.
2.5 grand because that pays for the flooring in my house. So 2.5 grand. That's the offer.
There you go. No, but what I was going to say, I looked last night at that West Brom team that beat us in COVID at Molineux, and you don't actually realise how bad that team. Their team now is better than that team that beat us, and that's what's giving me kittens about this cup game. So I think Carlos Corbrand's a very, very good coach.
He is
very, very good, and he's got them they're very solid at the back, or at least they don't concede a lot of goals. And
Keeper is having a good season as well. The centre half.
Yeah, they've got some big bastards across the back line, and Daryl DK's just come back as well. And I know he can't keep fit, but again, he's the profile. And, he'd have like washing up liquid again or whatever he was doing in his flat. But it's I've got a bad feeling about it as well. And I think that's the excitement of Derby days, right? It's just that whole. I don't know. It's just different. It is different. But if we lose to them, if we fucking lose to them, my God, like I don't think we'd live it down.
Nah, we'll never
for a long time. Nah. And going back to what you say, Dave, there about people stepping up. Like this is where Wolves players become cult heroes. Like if you score the winner in a derby at the Hawthorns, you could go on to be shit for the next 3-4 years. Like you wouldn't have to buy a pint in Wolverhampton ever again.
No,
never.
Fabio scores two against West Brom and he's shit apparently. Oh, how's that work?
Well, we didn't win, and he's got to play Cowden Beef when we play West Brom. So,
any other niche Scottish teams we can think of?
Rafe Rovers,
Arbro. They have got a couple of injuries though, and Dean Garner's at AFCON. Semedo is out, and Matt Phillips, I think. But we'll preview that game on next week's pod. But Wolves will have a game on Monday night down at the Amex. Probably the worst, apart from Newcastle away, the worst fixture to pick for a Monday night. But with Brighton, 1 win in the last 5. However, they've only lost once at home this season. Now, they're plagued with injuries as well. No Solly March, no Lamptey, no Veltman. Adingra and Matoma have gone, both injured, but gone to AFCON and the Asia Cup. No Fatty for Brighton. Obviously, Wolves, no Gomez, ain't Nuri Hwang or Traore. I don't think there's anyone. Sorry.
Everyone looks.
We were right for the punchline when he said Fatty.
No. I was going to do it, but no Fatty for Brighton. He's on the Talking Wolves podcast.
Yeah, which one?
It could be any. He's referring to himself in the third person again. But Jord, a very, very tough fixture, and with Wolves pretty poor away form. I'm not expecting much.
Yeah, you talk about West Brom being a bogey side, Brighton and Hove Albion are a fucking bogey side for us. Yeah. I mean, the slappers, don't they? Like 6, was it 6 at the Amex last year?
Yeah.
6, 4-1. To be fair, the first home game of the season was 4-1, wasn't it? And I didn't feel like it was
5 minutes, didn't they? Something like
it didn't feel like a 4-1 game. I thought the first half we were in it, and then they just literally blew us away.
That's the game that bloke. It was the first time game of the season, wasn't it? That bloke in the North.
Who chucked his season ticket. Yeah. The only saving grace is as well. The only person I've seen give Semedo kittens consistently is Matoma, and at least he's not a babe. So it's sort of look, they're a good side, and like I've said it many times. Really like De Zerbi. I think they're solid all across the pitch. It'll be a difficult game. Like it sounds daft. I really don't care about. Like I'd say I don't care. I do care about the game on Monday, but it's like that game's. It's just it really like you take another 6 in Lammering at the Amex to go and beat West Brom 1-0 the week after. Like,
I don't think it's going to be very good for morale though.
No, it won't be. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like we're in a decent run of form as well in the league. Like, we're going okay, and I think if we beat them, don't we go like 1 point behind them, or do we go long points for them?
We go with Newcastle, don't we? If we win,
yeah, we go top 10, which is again unbelievable. So it's a good time to play them. Let's be honest, it's a good time to play them. The one thing about Brighton is, this season, I think they've kept 1 clean sheet in the Premier League all season.
They concede a lot.
So, again, there'll be space, hopefully, for us on the break to exploit. And we've got Neto, Bellegarde, Cunha, hitting them on the break. Semedo, dare I say, after exploits last night. We go there with no fear. And I think, like I say, it's a good time to play them. If we're ever going to get a result down there, it'll be on next Monday.
Dave, what are your thoughts? How many are we unbeaten in now?
In
All
all comps 5, I think. Oh, yeah, in all comps 5. Won
3
our
against
last,
Brentford.
yeah, won our last 3 in the league. So yeah, if we win, we go level on points with Brighton. So
Yeah,
we're in a nice position at the moment. To be fair, go ahead of Newcastle as well, like you've already mentioned. Go ahead of, go level on points with Chelsea. So we're in a good position. We'd be a point behind Man United. So yeah, I think a lot of the focus is obviously on the other Albion, West Bromwich Albion, rather than Brighton Hove. And then I would take a point right now. I think, like Jord said earlier, it's a difficult place to go. We have had some good results there. I remember, obviously, I went down midweek and Say scored the winning goal.
That's horrible, that trip.
Yeah, awful. But, in the last year and a half, they've very much got the better of us. We've been very, very poor against them. Obviously, they dicked us at the Amex last year. So if we can go there, like you've already said, they've got a lot of players out, conceding a lot of goals. So we've got every chance of getting something out of the game. Just got to make sure we cut out our own stupid mistakes, because ultimately that will cost us, and that's what almost cost us last night. So if we can cut that out, I think we've got every chance of getting something out of the match.
If you're a betting man, Joe Pedro penalty, he's the one to get on. He seems to be every single week. He scores a penalty.
Yeah, I'll probably come in, to be fair. I like Joe Pedro, but yeah, I think we got the quality. I think if you could get Laminas fit enough to start,
he should be by then.
I think our starting team, probably put Neto in for Bellegarde maybe, and that starting 11 looks a lot stronger again. You start Doc ahead of Bueno maybe again.
Yeah, definitely. Bueno looks like a shadow of the former self.
I still think there's an argument. I still feel like he might, and again, I don't know if I want to see it, but I'm intrigued a little bit by it. Is whether he puts Totti out to left wing back, and then he puts Bueno in. And then you almost just sort of play a bit of a slab and let Semedo just do his thing, like you just let Semedo.
Yeah, but you saw how high Totti was yesterday as well, Matt. He got high off, but Kilman did the same. Like they were joining in the attack, and I really like that. And I think Totti, I know it wasn't unbelievable, but he did a job under Lopetegui at left wing back. We picked up some great wins, and with him playing at left wing back. So I don't think it would be the end of the world, especially if you prefer to play Santiago over Doc. And that was another thing when Doc got subbed off yesterday. He was peed off. So I don't know. So he would be pretty fresh, Doc, to start, but I think there's options there anyway.
Just don't know how he does it. Like he just doesn't. He doesn't look like Doc. Like you're not watching him and think like, how's he doing this?
Yeah.
He's always been like that, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, like
it's not like a new thing.
Just chucking around, like won't go past a player, or if he does, I'm like, how has he done that?
Like, he did his first half yesterday, didn't he? He got it past 2 or 3 players. I'm like, how's he managed to do that? But yeah, we miss Aït-Nouri a lot though. I think we really do miss Aït-Nouri. I say that as we've unbeaten since he left, so ignore me.
No, we do. He's integral.
We do miss him massively. Yeah.
Question times before we move on to career path. I have got a wager for career path that I'm sure you'll be interested to hear.
West Brom tickets not included.
West Brom ticket, yeah, absolutely.
if Jord does the whitewash, Dave has to give him his West Brom ticket.
Yeah, $2.5 grand, please.
A cut price of $2 grand. Right, Tyler has asked. Saw you asking for new chants on the last pod. What do we reckon to these new ABBA one? So I am going to sing it for you. Mateus Cunha, where's the gold and black? Cunha, Brazilian in the attack. Cunha, scoring goals for Wanderers.
It's good.
Not bad, is it? I feel like Brazilian in attack is a bit of a mouthful.
Mateus
Cunha, where's the gold and black? Cunha plays in our attack. Cunha. I think that's
something like that.
Scoring goals for Wanderers.
Diogo Jota.
I quite like it. Good submission, Tyler. If anyone else wants to submit some songs, and we'll see.
We're loads in the comments, by the way. Whilst we ask the next question, I'll get the old comments up from the last pod, and I'll read some out.
Andy Smith was asked who in the Wolves squad here or currently on loan don't think, mate. Well, what is that question? Any current players in the squad think they'll be loaned out by the end of the window or gone permanently? Johnny.
Johnny will be. Johnny's gone, I know.
I think Johnny, if he doesn't find a club, I think they'll terminate his contract.
Yeah, maybe. I before all this Forest shit hit the fan as well, I would have put money on him going to Forest. But now, obviously, we don't know what the predicament is now, do we? I don't think they'll be buying anyone at the minute until they know actually what the sanction is and what's going to happen to them. So Johnny, I think Hodge does need. I know he leaves us light maybe for a week or so. He needs to go out and play some football somewhere.
I still think they need to bring in a midfielder anyway.
Personally. We do, but I think it comes back to like it's going to come down to ambition, isn't it? And actually,
do you though? If you've got when everyone's available, you don't need a central midfielder.
We do if we do want to sustain it and try and break into like a European spot. But I genuinely feel they're really happy where we are, and they just want to get to the end of the season and just reassess it. So. Yeah, I think it'd be a quiet window. But yeah, Hodge needs to go and get some games. I think that'll be it, really.
Yeah, obviously there's links to Saudi for Guedes, which would be a real shame if anyone in Saudi is listening, because he's been vital for Wolves the last few years and been a really good signing. So money talks, doesn't it? If you could get 120 million for him, it'd be great. But
he said he really loves PIF as well, doesn't he? He loves
it would be sad to see him go. But you know, 120. I don't know if you could turn your nose up at 120 million, could you, Jord?
No. We'll even put him on the AJ undercard with Ngannou. We'll find him somewhere.
Another freak show.
We'll put him in with Bivol or Turbiev or someone just so he can have a
winner fights Gonzalo. Matt Hardiman has asked if Wolves fans are going to start putting some respect on Nelson Semedo's name. I think they should.
Yeah, I don't think we've never disrespected him, have we?
We haven't, no.
Well, generally, I think it comes down to again, like what I said a few weeks ago about Santiago Bueno. Like people make their opinion on a very short sample size, and they're just he was shit 3 years ago. So, he's just shit. They've right people off. Santiago Bueno had a real poor game against Ipswich, but hasn't really put a foot wrong since. But everyone still thinks he's wank. Yeah. Uruguayan international. You know, all this, it's just like, he ain't that shit, surely.
Answer has asked one choice, beat the shit or finish in European positions.
Oh.
Beat them.
And me.
Honest to God.
No, well, for me, it would be if we lost to the Albion, the rhetoric would be we're focusing on Europe.
No, I can't. No, I can't take. Like, I mean, I'm getting like I've already been having like the amount of Oda Wingy photos I've had in the last 24 hours.
That one.
Yeah, one of my best mates' dad's got the T-shirt. He's got it on a T-shirt, and he's in his conservatory doing the pose. And we just need to. We need to fucking batter him. Like honestly. So I'd actually, you know, if you even offer me beat them but go down, I'd have to really think about it. No, Dad, I'm being serious.
I saw a 77 Club asked us as well, Matt. I don't know if you saw it, is score a last minute winner against West Brom to win, or draw with them and then smash them 6-0 in the replay. I think I'd rather beat him at their place, you know.
Yeah, just to get rid of the hoodoo.
Yeah.
They'll always have that 5-1 over us, but didn't we put 6 past them in like 1944, something like that? So
we don't fucking talk about that, do we?
Yeah. I was going to say, I was there. It was a great game.
Yeah.
It was able to
the mascot.
Yeah.
And Derek Dugan on the ball.
It's the right side forward, and he scores. Goal for the Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yeah, what's a fantastic finish.
Champions of the world.
I've got some chants here. Sorry, Matt.
Go on.
One was from Cameron for Max Kilman using the tune of Queen's Flash Gordon. You know how that one goes? Flash.
Oh, yeah.
This was Max Kilman, captain of the Wanderers. Kilman from Maidenhead now is one of us.
That's fucking wank.
Oh, mate. Cameron's been all day thinking of that one.
Imagine the Southbank going, Max
Everyone,
Gilman. Thanks for the Wanderers.
we've got an LA one. We've conquered all of England. We've won the fucking lot. Founding football members. We've been here from the off. The 50s made us massive. Colours took us to the top. Wright became a legend, the greatest of the lot. So
I quite like that. And
That's
then you wouldn't have to. I still think we could use O'Neill had a dream to rebuild the football team.
Tapping here was remember like Ebanks Blake, na Super João Gomez, Super João Gomez.
Well, the João Gomez one writes itself. It's we've got Gomez, Super João Gomez. I just don't think you understand. He's Gary O'Neill's man. He's better than Zidane.
What about Totti, oh Totti, knees bent, arm stretch, Totti Gomez.
Oh, Totti Gomez.
That's better.
You sounded a bit like Microsoft Sam then, Dave, when you were reading that.
I thought it was ChatGPT coming out.
We've also got and the final one, Jonah, to the tune of Tragedy by the Bee Gees.
Oh God.
I'd say Steps rather than the Bee Gees, but yeah.
Well, who did it?
How does the Bee Gees one go?
Yeah, who did it better? Same as the Steps one.
This doesn't go then by Jonah. He goes, Totti, when the striker's through and he's going to shoot, it's Totti. When he's all alone and you don't know why, it's hard to bear. With Dawson beside him, you're going nowhere. I can hear these in SL1, to be fair.
Yeah.
Stick to the TikToks, Jonah.
Yeah. Stick to get enough bam on TikTok, Jonah.
You just need to get H and whatever he's called, the other guy. What's his name? Latchford Evans. I don't know his surname.
Oh, Lee.
Is it Lee Latchford Evans?
Lee Scott
Lee.
Lee.
Lee Ryan was blue. No, that's the woman. Lisa Scott Lee. That was
Lisa Scott Lee and
H. Fuck you.
H.
Ian Watkins, not to be confused with.
Oh my God!
I was about to say that as well. Then I thought, no, not that guy. No slander. It is Ian Watkins called H.
The paper run a story, didn't they? They'd even like in the Mirror. And they'd run a story on Ian Watkins, but use H from Steps as a picture, and it was like some sort of bestiality or something.
Oh my God! Please no.
Disgusting, despicable human being.
Yeah.
Jordan Russell.
Alfie's actually slated me for Cunha or Jota, so I'll give you Prime Sace or Kilman right now. Kilman for me.
Ooh. Tough question, that.
It is.
I think they're similar. Very, very similar. As of right now.
I think Kilman. I think he's more physical.
We think with Prime Sace, like, even when we were in... Did he even play much when we were in the Europa League?
Yeah.
Sace, did you?
Ollie Sace and Bennett. Or Bolly Sace and Kilman.
Coden? No, Cody. It would have been Bolly, Cody and Bennett.
Sorry, yeah. Sace, Cody and Bolly.
So did he... Yeah, I was just trying to think like on our best, like, what would have been Sace's prime? That's a good question. That's a good comparison.
Yeah. I'll shock you and I'll go with Kilman as well.
All right, I'll stick with recency bias and go Kilman then.
No, I think Kilman's Kilman at the minute is in his prime and he's better than Sace, so that's just my opinion. Jack Dimmock has asked, all right, lads, been listening to the pod for a while and I think it's quality. I've got a question about them dogheads we're playing in the fourth round. 1, do you think we'll win? Which I think we've covered. 2, who would you want the most to score the winner?
Aren't we the dogheads?
We're the dogheads?
Yeah.
No, I've heard them called. It's just a back and forth thing, isn't it?
Okay, well, we're the dogheads.
Are we the dogheads?
Are we the dogheads?
Are we the baddies?
Frank Dawson. Anything else is wrong?
Oh no, yeah, it's fucking Dawson in front of Semedo.
To celebrate as well.
Fucking go nuts as well, yeah.
If he was cupping his ears, though, we could probably hold it out here, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Dawson. Yeah. Wonderful. You ready for the career path game, lads?
Born ready.
Yeah.
What's the fourth?
The wager is if Jord gets the whitewash.
Yeah. He's not having
you give him his Albion ticket.
All right.
For free.
If Dave gets a whitewash.
It don't matter what rules are because there's no rules now.
I ain't got a minute though. No, let's caveat this. The TikTok account has been banned.
I'll set the new one happily.
Back up.
I I've never had TikTok, and that's not even like me being excuse. I will genuinely do it. Look, I know you signed off the rules. You play big boy games. You've got to pay the price. So I'm absolutely happy to do it, but I will need to do it with you guys. Like you guys video it or whatever. I will happily do it.
We can do it at your wedding.
We could do it at my wedding party.
Well, you'll look very smart.
Be a bit fucking weird in front of 140 people, but we could do it at my wedding party. No, I'll see you before then anyway. But anyway, digressing. So yeah, Dave. Actually, you know what? If you do a whitewash, you can have a holiday to Antigua. You've just got to marry Emma, though. That's the only caveat.
Get in.
If Dave gets a whitewash, George, you've got to put your Corey on the timeline.
That ain't happening.
100 times.
Okay. What's the TikTok stand? If Dave whitewashes me, I'll donate 25 quid to the foundation.
Right, that's fair.
I'm sure Dave would rather have it himself, to be honest.
To the Dave as a Party Foundation.
Yeah, I didn't say what foundation. No. The as a party trust.
As a party house.
Yeah. No, okay. If you whitewash me, I'll do 25 quid to the foundation.
Lovely stuff.
Nationwide D as a party. Short code.
Dave, you can do the same if I whitewash you, because you ain't going to give me your ticket. And I wouldn't want you to.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Your first player started his career in 2002 at First Vienna, scoring 2 goals in 18. Before in 2003, moving to SV Langenau, scoring 26 goals in.
Stefan
Meyerhofer.
Oh shit!
Boom!
Back.
Straight in, Jord. Feeling confident?
That was just Dave's good at this game, so I just knew I had to strike early, try and get up, and now save me money.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
So the whitewash is off for Dave, but it could be on for Jord. Your next player started his career in 2004 at Châteauroux, scoring 7 goals in 48 games before moving to Lens. In 2006, scoring 11 goals in 119 appearances. In 2010, he moved to Rennes, scoring 7 goals in 37 appearances before moving to Wolverhampton Wanderers in 2000.
Razak Bakari?
Bakari.
No! I knew it was Razak Bakari. No! Shit.
That's the size of George Corey right about now.
Yeah, fucking is, yeah.
I literally waited for the human calls. I should have parrot. Oh no.
Actually, Dave, you have your tickets on the line, all right?
Hell yeah.
This player started his career at Wolverhampton Wanderers in 1998, scoring 0 goals in 87 appearances during his time at Wolverhampton Wanderers. He had 4 loan spells in 2000. He made 2 appearances for Slough Town. In 2000 again, he's made 1 appearance for Kingstonian. In 2006, he made 2 appearances for Tranmere Rovers. And in 2008, he made 3 appearances for Hereford United before retiring.
Matt Murray?
It's Matt Murray. Russell goal. Goal. Incara Rosa.
I could do TikTok. That's just celebrating now.
So, Jord, you have won, but the whitewash is still on.
I thought you said 3 players.
Started his career.
No, you said 3 players, didn't you?
We always have 5.
There's always
sorry. No, I thought you said 3. Sorry, apologise.
No, you always have 5, mate. You have one.
We do. No, we do. I just thought for some reason I heard you say 3. Apologies.
He's been off the podcast for 3 months, that's why. Your 4th player started his career in 2013 at Cruzeiro, scoring 0 goals in 0 appearances. During his time there, he had a loan spell in 2013 at, I'm going to say, Goa, scoring 2 goals in 6 appearances before moving to Estoril on loan in 2015, where he scored 4 in 15. He made a permanent move to Estoril in 2015.
Leo Bonatini.
The whitewash is off.
Bellissimo. Come on.
The whitewash is off.
Get in. 25 quid in my pocket. Sorry, Wall Foundation.
I can't believe 2 lads are celebrating not giving to charity. It makes
me on the celebrity chase. What he would 80. He's top of one winning 80 grand.
Taking the -1 grand. I really want to get back to the table.
Your fifth and final player started his career at Gremio, scoring 7 goals in 29 appearances in 2009 before moving to Deportivo Maldonado, scoring 0 goals in 0 appearances in between 2011 and 2016. During his time at Deportivo Maldonado, he had numerous loan spells. He had a loan spell at Sao Paulo in 2011 to 2012, scoring 14 in 52. Gremio in 2013, scoring 3 and 6. Santos in 2013, scoring 5 in 23. Real Madrid B in 2014, scoring 4 in 16.
Diego Costa?
It's not Diego Costa. Jord, you are frozen out until Dave gives me his answer.
I've got no idea who this guy is. I thought Dave was about to say something, so I just...
No.
In 2014, he had a loan spell at Real Madrid. 0 goals, 1 appearance before moving on loan in 2014 to 2015 to Zaragoza, scoring 7 in 33. In 2015-16, he had a loan move to Las Palmas,
I know
scoring 9 goals in 30 appearances before finally making a permanent move to Real Sociedad in 2016.
Yeah, Willian Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mate, he had a mad record back in the day, didn't he?
I was going to say, who's fucking scored some goals?
Scored some goals, especially for Sociedad.
He's back starting for him now, isn't he? Yeah,
no, he's at Betis.
No, Betis, sorry. No, Betis. He's starting though, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's not too bad.
He seems... I actually think he was shit for us, but I actually think he was a decent... Well, I think there was a player there, to be fair.
I've updated the scores.
Thanks, mate. Let's have a look at them. So after 9 games each, Dave's on 25, Geordie's on 17.
It's getting closer, George. Closing the gap.
It is.
Yeah, you know what? It was getting closer, and then that 5-0 killed me, didn't it, a few weeks ago? But
a couple of good weeks, so you might be behind me.
What does the winner get? Did we decide?
It was the loser. I don't think we said what the winner gets.
Nah,
What did we say the loser got?
I don't know. We'll have to decide. Maybe one for the listeners to decide.
Can't we get them a mascot package at Walsall, the first home game of next season?
Or they've got to wear a half and half scarf with a full kit to the next game they go to.
Shin pads as well.
I reckon that's a better idea.
Yeah, well,
Mate, by the way, there were half and half scarves for the game yesterday.
Yeah, I saw
that. Brentford FA Cup third round replay on them. I was like, mate,
they were good quality though.
Did see them. They kept me warm, mind, but
yeah. Yeah, it was. Has anyone noticed all the program sellers are Scouse as well?
Yeah, by in the subway they are, aren't they?
Strange. All of them Scouse. I've been for quite a few seasons.
Yeah, but I'm not being funny. Like, there's no way like program sellers are like out from like an outsource agency, are they? Surely you can get like local people who just sell. You know, why would you hire? Unless we've got like a Scouse community in like Ettinshaw, for example, that we don't know about, and they all just decide to work for Wolves. It seems a bit weird, doesn't it? That?
Yeah, if anyone's got any like insight into why they're all Scouse, that'd be great. I've always wondered, but I've enjoyed that pod, lads. Hopefully, we're going to smash Brighton, and it leaves the confidence booming for the Black Country Derby. But yeah, where can people find you, Dave? Should they wish to follow you?
At Dave as a party on Twitter and Instagram.
Jord, thanks for coming back on, mate. I've enjoyed it. Hopefully, your trip in Copenhagen treats you well, and you return home safe. Where can people find you? Should they wish to follow you?
Yeah, so Jord was 7 at Twitter and Instagram. And like I say, once again, apologise to you boys, apologise to the listeners. Yeah, it's been a mad few weeks, but I'm back. As Bobby Zamora says, I'm back.
I'm back. You'd be pleased to know, listeners, we have been invited to Jord's wedding.
Ooh.
However, not the full wedding. We've been invited to the little shindig. So we didn't want to come anyway. Just putting it out there. If you invite us, we're not going.
little shindig's a bit of a stretch, really. It's a big shindig, I guess. But yeah, look, even Finn, like, he don't turn up to the podcast and he turns down the wedding invites as well.
Where is it again?
Where's Finn?
Should I be advertising where it is?
I was going to say, when is it again? What time is it?
Yeah. It's a free bar. Yeah. No, for a little bit. So
I'll be
yeah,
there.
no,
I'll be there
I'll
for an
say
hour.
it's at the Asprey, but I won't disclose the date for now.
What's
But
the
yeah, it's
Asprey? Is it like a
It's
venue?
a golf resort.
It may or may
Golf
not be the 20th of February.
20th of March, wasn't it?
Maybe
No.
not.
It's neither of these. It's
Dickhead.
neither of the, literally look at him. No, no, it's not. It's not neither of those dates. I can confirm. Yeah, it's just a golf resort. It's a nice place. It's a very nice golf resort. It's where me and my golf on YouTube, where they did all their videos before they moved out to America. Well, they cracked it big time over here, and now, yeah. So it's a really nice place. It was used to be. Who's the singer? The Wolves fan? Is it Plant? What's it called?
Robert Plant.
Robert Plant. Robert Plant owned it, but I think
Plant,
he's now sold it.
Robbo. Yeah, the Robster.
Robbo.
Yeah, Robbo.
Yeah. Can't wait for me and Matt to go and everyone asking you who those two virgins sat in the corner over there.
People have seen you, mate.
Yeah.
Massive.
We're massive on YouTube, aren't we?
Huge. Can you let people know that Dave doesn't really like pictures, so no one has to go up to and ask him, especially when he's out with friends.
No signatures, no pictures. Come on.
Yeah. No, no photos, no autographs, and no getting with any of my cousins. That's another rule.
I ain't coming. What's the point? What's the point?
Dave's got his eye on. Is it your cousin John? I'm actually to be confirmed because I'm moving house the end of March, but I've not been given a date yet. So I you've
just said near the end of March. There you go.
Yeah, but
I've given that quite well.
Oh my god! Yeah,
I think but we don't know mate. What constitutes near the end of March? It could be the 30th, it could be the 20th, it could be the 18th, it could be the 25th.
Well, you're just giving the dates away. Well done.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hire security now at the bottom of the gate.
Well, you might get a few ringers turn up, but at least it means it won't be empty. People they'll always let you down, mate. They'll always find an excuse. I've already got mine early. So, if you have enjoyed the podcast, let us know. If you're on Spotify or Apple, drop us a 5-star review. It doesn't matter about the actual words of the review. You can put whatever you want. But yeah, if you like the video, like it. If you're new here, please subscribe. We do appreciate it. Until next time, take it easy and up the walls.